Let's bring in Randy Sutton now. He is the Wounded Blue founder and former Las Vegas police officer. Randy, good to have you with us. Have you had a chance to see any of these videos? And if so, what do they tell you?
Yes, I have, with great interest, and this is a massive break in this case. Thank goodness that this took place. Now, this shows why the FBI should have been brought in to begin with, and thank goodness that they had the technology and the cooperation to make this happen, because this is so significant. Now, in looking at the visuals here, there's so much at play. There is those weird gloves. This guy did not want to leave any fingerprints. Now, the weapon also is very significant. It's very strange to have a weapon in a holster like that, exposed like that. It's a different kind of way to carry a gun for sure. And I think that when they look at that, they're going to be examining that evidence to try and determine exactly what that weapon is and what kind of holster that is. So also, something that I can't help but visualize here is look at the bulky nature of the clothing that this individual is wearing. It almost looks like there might be body armor under that clothing. And that, of course, is another huge significant aspect to this, if it is accurate.
Yeah, Randy, I want to ask you more about that in just a moment, but we have another new posting from Savannah Guthrie. On her social media account, she's posting the new video and saying this: someone out there recognizes this person. We believe she is still out there. Bring her home. Anyone with information, please contact 1-800-CALL-FBI or the Pima County Sheriff's Department. Randy, when we watched that latest video that just came in, with his head down as he approaches the front step, there's a flash. What is that? Some sort of security light that you think is coming on? Where do you believe that flash is coming from?
That's what it appeared to be. This was actually the camera visual here is pretty darn good. We've seen very blurry images, but this is pretty significant here in the value of that. And one of the things that caught my eye too was his pulling up of the plants to cover the camera. It would seem to me, if he had done the proper recon to begin with, he would have had something with him that, like a piece of tape or something, could have covered that Ring doorbell as well. So there's a little bit of counterbalance here between what our thoughts were as far as this individual planning this for a significant time before he made his move.
You mentioned the weapon and how it's carried. I mean, there's something called an appendix carry, but that's typically tucked inside your belt. Highly unusual for somebody to carry a gun in that position as opposed to being on the side of the person. And I'm wondering if the investigators can zoom in on that and get any kind of look at the grip of the gun and maybe tell them what kind of weapon it is, which then might lead them to be able to narrow down who possesses that type of weapon, though I would imagine in Tucson there are a lot of gun owners.
Yeah, that's for sure. And without a doubt, their digital unit is going to be working very diligently to try and clean up those images and glean as much information as possible. Now, let me ask you this question. With his gloves that he had on, those very strange gloves, that's another aspect that they're going to be looking at, trying to identify what those gloves are, because that's an unusual set of gloves to be wearing. And one question I have is, how are you going to pull that gun out with those gloves on?
Got it.
Little strange.
Yeah. Randy, I just want to get this in here. The White House press briefing is underway. Caroline Leavitt led it off just a few moments ago on this. Listen.
I was once again with the president. He and I were both reviewing the newly released surveillance footage from FBI in the Savannah Guthrie case on just this heartbreaking situation with respect to her mother. The president encourages any American across the country with any knowledge of this suspect to please call the FBI who continue to assist state and local authorities who are leading this investigation on the ground. And once again, I will reiterate that the prayers of this entire White House are with Savannah and her family at this time. And we hope this person is found soon and that her mother is brought home safely.
And the president has said, Randy, that he would send any resources that the FBI needed in the federal investigation that is down there. Kash Patel started releasing these photos and videos just a short time ago. And boy, Randy, does this change everything?
It absolutely does. This is the first real break that we have seen. And remember, a couple of days ago, the president indicated that there might be some big news coming. I think this might be exactly what he was talking about.
Hey, I just want to point one other thing out, and that is that we saw the flash of light coming from the center of his face as he's walking up. As well, we saw the flashes of light off of the reflective material right there in that video. It almost looked like he had a headlamp on and turned it off. But then we see the same flash in his mouth in one of the still pictures as well that you see on the upper right-hand side of your screen. Could that be suggestive that this guy's got some sort of metal in his mouth, whether it be a metal filling that's in the front of his mouth, whether it might be some sort of grill?
Well, it's possible. This is where the digital enhancement is going to have to take place to try and make a determination if that is a flash from perhaps a movement light, or if it is something internally within him. That's where the magic of the FBI's digital unit and their forensic team is really going to have to close in on that through their technology.
Okay, thank you very much, Randy.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.